Hey, what's going on, people? Hey, look, this video isn't going to take long because the subject matter that we're going to talk about is actually common sense, and it really doesn't need a whole lot of discussing. Now, lately, people have been making the point of comparing the price of the PlayStation Pro, which, let's keep it real, if you're going to buy the complete deal, if you're actually going to have a complete piece of gaming hardware, you're going to end up paying $800. So a lot of people are doing two things. They're comparing the PlayStation Pro to cell phones, expensive cell phones, and the new ROG Ally that's out. Now, we can have a discussion as to whether or not cell phones are too expensive. We can have a discussion as to whether or not the ROG Ally is very expensive. Keep in mind, most gaming handhelds are well over $1,000. Okay, you got to keep that in mind, because the thing you have to keep in mind is this: these things are actually like cell phones, well, even more so than cell phones, but handheld PCs are just that. They're handheld PCs. You know, you don't compare a piece of gaming hardware like the PlayStation Pro or any console at all whatsoever to a gaming head. Now, if you're talking about a Switch, that's different. That's not a PC. That's a console. It's strictly for gaming. You can do so many things with a ROG Ally. You can set a ROG Ally up as a desktop. You can actually get to a point where you just don't game anymore, and the ROG Ally is still a useful tool. A lot of people who have PCs, and that is what a ROG Ally is. It is a PC. You can do everything on it. It has all of the Windows features and all of that. Everything you do on it, you can run a small business on a ROG Ally. You can make a doctor's appointment on a ROG Ally. You can register for school on a ROG Ally. You can run spreadsheets on a ROG Ally. You know, so I don't understand why people are comparing a gaming console. Most people on PC don't play games, but most people who have a PlayStation or any type of console play games. You get what I'm saying? Most people that have PCs don't play games. Most people that have gaming consoles such as the PlayStation, the Xbox, the Nintendo, 98.9% of those people, or 99.9% of those people, play video games. So, and with cell phones impact our everyday life. I'm sorry if you can hit that. I'm kind of hitting them. I hear that. I'm kind of hitting the mic. But everything I just said that you could do with a ROG Ally, most of what you can do with a gaming PC or just a PC in general, you can also do it with a phone. Most of it. And you know, telephones are such an important part of our life, whereas a gaming console isn't. There's so many more things that you can do with an expensive cell phone that you cannot do with a console. The other day, I walked into the doctor's office to take because at my job we have to get physicals every so often, so I had to get a physical. I walk in, they have my phone number, they have my email address, they email me the forms that you would normally be given to fill out. You take it, you know, that clipboard with all those documents on it, and then you have to go over there, and it takes longer to fill it out. Well, they sent that to my phone, and it took just a matter of moments for me to fill out. I was done, and then I didn't have to go back up there and stand behind somebody to turn the documents back in, and I didn't have to handle the clipboard that countless people been holding in their hands. You know, you can make an appointment. I made an appointment at the DMV with my cell phone, so I didn't have to wait in those long lines. You know, you stay in contact with your family. If your family has a family emergency, they can reach you because you have a cell phone. Cell phones are also lifesavers, man. You call a roadside assistance with a cell phone. You call the police with a cell phone right there on the spot. You don't need to go find somebody's phone. You don't need to find a pay phone, if those even exist anymore. You can call the police. Anything you need, you can do it right there. You can, on both a ROG Ally and a cell phone, you can apply for a job, you can accept a job, whatever. Most places you go to now, they cater to cell phones. You go to places now, a lot of places don't have menu. They have those little, I forgot what you call them, the thing you point your phone at with the camera. And in the menu, pops up right there. And then you can order on your phone. You can order food on your phone. You can even send a message to the kitchen or to the managers or whoever the message goes to say you need a waiter or a waitress. You can even tell them what you need. If you need water, if you want another beer, you can tell them that. So man, let's stop it with the nonsense. This is ridiculous to compare. I mean, look, if you like the PlayStation Pro and you want to buy it, that's fine. But man, let's keep the conversation grounded. This is ridiculous. That's not a good point to make. It seems like a desperate point to make. I know the people that's making it think it sounds like a solid point, but it's because two things. You got people who aren't really thinking it out too well before they come up with it. They're kind of desperate and they're reaching for anything. And then you have those who are grifters who will take anything. You put it out there, they'd be like, okay, we'll use that. How about, oh, you guys are paying $1,000 for a cell phone. And look, I'm more than willing to have that conversation with you as to whether or not a lot of these phones are worth that. But I tell you something, a cell phone is more valuable as to what it brings to your life than a gaming console. A PC is more valuable to what it can bring to your life than the fact that you can play games on it. There are a lot more important things that you can do with a ROG Ally besides play games. Okay? It's just that we tend to think of these things as things that you only play games on, but we fail to realize is that you can do so much more with a ROG Ally because it is a PC. And then don't get it twisted. My favorite handheld is the Steam Deck. But the fact of the matter is that the Steam Deck doesn't run there's a lot of games that don't run well on the Steam Deck because those games are more catered to Windows. Most games are developed to run well on the Windows system, and that's just the reality. Now, Steam does a really good job of arranging it so that games do run well on the ROG Ally. on the Steam Deck. I'm sorry, I need to drink some water. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end this. But you don't have to worry about that with the ROG Ally. A lot of those games that you can't play on the Steam Deck, you can play them on the ROG Ally because the ROG Ally runs on the Windows system. So you don't need to worry about it. And not to mention the fact that the ROG Ally is slightly more powerful than the Steam Deck. I say again, before someone who loves Steam Deck get insulted by what I'm saying, the Steam Deck is my number one handheld. It is the simplest handheld that someone can have. The simplicity of the Steam Deck is absolutely remarkable. It's unbelievable. And those few games that won't run on it is just totally acceptable. It's still a great device, and to me it is the best device. It is the one that I would highly recommend to anyone who wants something that's close to a console. That's the reason why when people call it a console, I don't get upset about it, because I don't blame them. It even has this suspend play. It has a button on there where, and the ROG Ally doesn't have this. You can just suspend play. There's a button you hit. If you're driving a car, if you're in a car chase, you can stop the game right there, hit the button and suspend it, and it'll just go to sleep. And then you can come back a week later and hit that button, and you'll still be in that car chase. You'll be doing exactly what you were doing when you shut the game down. Okay? But the fact of the matter is that when you're talking about a gaming console and you're talking about a cell phone and a ROG Ally, those are two different conversations in terms of which are more valuable. The PlayStation or no other console has no business being in a conversation about prices when it comes to comparing it to tools that are much more valuable. Think about it, most of our jobs, the PCs are crucial to our jobs. Even if you don't use it, the company you work for, if their PC is shut down, they're probably in a whole lot of trouble. A lot of the people who work in the administration, a lot of people who work at some of the jobs, they can do their jobs manually, but the operation is pretty much at a halt when the PC is shut down. There are a lot of jobs out here, there's nothing they can do when the system shut down. Again, a ROG Ally is a PC. But that's all I wanted to say, man. This is not really intended to be a long video. Let me go ahead and wrap it up right there. Damn, I've already gone 10 minutes. And I am not going to edit this one, so it's going to be 10 minutes. And hey guys, until next time, stay safe.